Pound.
In a world,
Shut the hell up.
where Carolina Panthers fans
Anthony from Charlotte, keep motherfucking pounding.
have an insatiable thirst
I need to see a lot more of that shit going forward.
for Panthers news and opinions.
All my C3 brethren from the C3 Legion.
Only one podcast roars ferociously.
The longest running Panthers podcast on the internet.
It's the C3 Panthers Podcast.
Oh, Greg, I owe y'all $100, man.
There's the therapy couch, folks. Have a seat. It's the C3 Panthers postgame show. Tony Dunn here, locking it up solo right now because the fellas went to whatever you call that. Whatever you call that. What we watched, what we suffered through again. I don't know what I've done to deserve this, to be honest. I do know one person in my life probably who is just thankful that my day sucks. You're listening to the C3 Panthers postgame show. My name's Tony Dunn. The number's 252-228-5098. Shout out to all the peeps in the chat. Let me go through and try to do some Cody Lack type business here. Bill Cravens, KG73s, Smurf Cat, RC Graveyard, Brad Holt, Paul Shaw, Cody Teague, Stacy Reynolds, Rob Smith. We got NW Key. We got VZV, Daryl Sunchild, moderating the business up in there. Spivey the Goat, Thule 1017. Chantel Hayward has a question. Whose fault is it this time? It's my fault. AU Link, Michael Johnson, Girth Brooks, Rob Smith, Roosevelt Mungo, Final Boss, Final Burns, Zeb Burns, Josh, Tyler Olinger, Double Junior. Thank you. The best fans on all of YouTube. I guess. The Carolina Panthers fall to the Los Angeles Chargers. They're 0-2. The Carolina Panthers lost today 26-3 without scoring a single touchdown. Again, I don't even know if last week's touchdown counts. Kev, KG73, sent me a message at halftime. The Chargers had more points than Bryce Young had passing yards. Passing yards. The second-year quarterback finished the day 18 for 26. Good completion percentage. 84 yards total, though. The Carolina Panthers were able to rush the ball for, 90 yards. Oh, did I mention the Chargers put 219 yards rushing up on the Carolina Panthers? I'm not even mad about this defense. Defense played hard, got some turnovers, kept this team in the game. This could have been 100-0 this game. The number's 252-228-5098. Smash the thumbs up button, subscribe. Little copay to get on the couch over there and moan. But I got my man Panther Pickle in the house.
What's up, Tony? What's up, guys?
God.
You know what? We wanted to see better, but it is what it is. In the end, it'll all come out in the wash. You know
What is it?
Well, yes, bad quarterback. I think the quarterback isn't NFL quality quarterback. But hey, you know,
We're starting to ask the question: is Bryce Young broken?
I don't think he never had it to be broken.
Yeah.
I don't think he never had it to be broken. We've never seen. Okay, you can name me one game here and there. Well, I can name you one game, at least one game, that Jimmy Clausen played great in. I can name you one preseason game, or actually a half a preseason game, where Tony Pike played good in. So Bryce Young's just not an NFL quality quarterback. I don't think he's broken. I just don't think he's that guy, period. Did we make a bad decision trading up and doing all that and the quarterback? You could have that argument all day long.
Yeah, too late.
It's replaces. It's just a repeated cycle. So
yeah, it's just I don't know what we deserve, Pickle, to watch this on Sundays.
I
mean, this is bad. Is so bad.
mhm.
Is it last year bad? That's my question right out the gate.
I think it's worse.
What?
I mean, I don't know how you can get worse, but even there was words speaking out that even in the game when fans were trying to brew and those show their displeasure, the stadium would turn up the music so you couldn't hear the fans boo. I wasn't there, and maybe we know a guy or two that's been there, that was there today, that may pop in at some point and let us know. So,
hey, there he is. J.K. Dobbins finished the day 131 yards on the ground, 219 rushing yards given up by the Carolina Panthers defense. Poor defense out there. Poor defense out there was terrible. I mean, the defense was not terrible, but how could they live? How could they survive? It was a beatdown of beatdowns. Cody Lack, my wheel man, welcome to the post game. Glad you came here. I'm glad you didn't just drive your wheelchair off a cliff.
I was close to it. I mean, Bryce Young is a bust, y'all. And there's no more arguments or conversations to be had. I was at the stadium today, and I watched this quarterback refuse to throw past 10 yards multiple times when he had Adam Thielen wide open. There were a couple times Xavier Leggett was open. He's a one-read quarterback. He doesn't go through his progressions, and Dave Canales knows it. And now we're on Andy Dalton watch. If we're being honest, we're looking for when they decide to put in Andy Dalton. Because right now, this offense is more handicapped than I am, stuck between two flights of stairs. It's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. The defense isn't as bad.
It took me a second to get that.
The defense is not as bad as it might seem on television because they're always on the field.
Yeah.
Even when they do something right, the offense never gives them any help at all, ever. The Carolina Panthers botched one of the biggest trade-ups for a quarterback in NFL history. And I have no idea when we're going to get over this. This is the worst team in the NFL of the past decade. And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, man.
I agree.
The Carolina Panthers today had 7 first downs. I don't know if they even had a first down in the first half, though. It was a Chuba Hubbard run that was for a first down, and it's almost. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know why I'm here.
The one thing I want to say, and I want to caution fans, not caution. I want to let people know during this game on the sideline. I don't know that Cody saw it where he was at the game. There were some conflicts between Bryce and some of the players. It was clear to see that Dante Johnson was not happy. Adam Thielen was not happy. I think they did have words with Bryce. Taylor Moton, at one point, Bryce walked up to him, and I witnessly saw him stand up, tap on his chest, and mouth the words, "me," and then they had a discussion. So is there riffles coming in the locker room? I think they are, but this may happen for a couple games before it surfaces to where it shows out strong in the locker room, because these are veteran players. But Dante Johnson's had that history before.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear that people are going to get frustrated, and they're going to start to get frustrated with Bryce at this point. The number is 252-228-5098. We'd love to hear your frustrations. You can jump on the therapy couch. C3 Therapy Couch is here for you. Smash the thumbs up button, subscribe. Alert. He sounds like a child.
Yep.
He has no energy to him.
He
doesn't get anyone excited.
I hate talking junk.
He doesn't rev up the team. He sounds like a Boy Scout when he's on the microphone. And listen, I'm telling you, this team knows what Bryce is not capable of doing. There's no way you're Dave Canales and you say, oh, okay, this is what we need under center right now. If Bryce doesn't have a good performance next Sunday, and spoiler alert, he's not fucking gonna, then you're going to be looking at Andy Dalton really soon.
I
And
can't believe
no
he's
other way
so
around.
mentally broken. It's like he never played football, forgot how to play football. Shout out to J Dyson, C3J Dyson. Welcome back, Cody. Bryce sucks. $10 C3 bomb. Also, AU Link. Pretty sure he's from down under. Boy, we're down under. Thank you for the $10.
No, that's our Auburn guy. He's an Auburn.
Oh, okay. Who's the down? Never mind. AU Link says, I agree with both Pickle and Cody. We were worse than last year, and I blame Morgan and Bryce. Morgan for gutting the defense and Bryce for being Bryce. To me, I don't even know. I just haven't seen something just not work so well. Like, I don't understand why there's nothing that has gone right. I mean, you got Chuba Hubbard out there that's going right, but every time something could happen, he throws a pick.
Yes, that's he. They used to call that he failed to keep the ball safe. About defense, I'm gonna be honest. I think Ejiro is overhyped. I don't think he's as good as people want him to be. It was said that he can make out of the worst players, he can make decent. There's an old football saying that says a good pass rush will make a weak secondary look good, and no pass rush will make even the best corners look bad. That's just how that's how the NFL has always been worked, and that's what it is. Without a pass rush, you are nothing. And when you have to scheme so much to get one tiny little bit of pressure,
I mean, I don't even think they need. I don't even think offenses care. Pressure, no pressure. You're listening to Panthers postgame show. Cody, let's bring in C3 Ant here. Ant from Charlotte. It's bad, Ant. It's bad.
It's worse than bad, man. Let me tell you something. In all my years of watching Carolina Panthers football, I really don't know where we're supposed to go from here. I really don't know. Like, I'm sitting here at the bar with my father, and we're just like, how do we continuously get worse every year? It can't get worse than Matt Rule. It can't get worse than Frank Reich. And look where we are. And, Bryce isn't the answer. We all know that at this point.
God, I feel like it's so bad to say this.
It's so bad. Wow. There is so much like apathy, and I don't know what you do if you're David Tepper, man. I don't know what you're supposed to tell this fan base. I saw that Canales said that Bryce is starting next week. Let's just keep this train rolling. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I really think the answer to this is to start him all season long. And that is either find a way to develop his confidence, find a way to destroy him as a player, or find a way to get in the top 5. Because Andy Dalton out there and coming in there and making us competitive, I guess it will help. It would help us feel better for a moment.
This is a team that needs a top pick. And there's just a talent deficiency everywhere. But not being decently competitive in games, that's bad. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man.
And by the way, to all the fans that are like, oh, no, well, it's not a good year for quarterbacks. We'll wait another year. You're out your fucking mind. If there is a good quarterback sitting in the draft and the Carolina Panthers have an opportunity to get one, we're just going to let another good quarterback go to some other team, let them ball out somewhere else while we continue to run back the same shit with Bryce? Like, listen, he does not have the arm talent. He doesn't even trust his own arm talent. He's not going through his progressions. He's very inaccurate with the football. All of the things that we were sold about Bryce Young before the start of the season are not true. People need to learn that Heisman trophies do not equal NFL talent. There is no difference between him and Johnny Manziel. When all your plays are coming outside of the structure of the offense, you're
Manziel was better than this.
Not in the
Manziel at least
NFL.
had he
maybe
carved
so.
up the Panthers one game.
Yeah. Sam Darnold had an amazing game with the Vikings today. And they destroyed they beat the San Francisco 49ers 23-17. Sam Darnold was 17 out of 26, 268 yards, had 2 touchdowns and a pick with a quarterback rating of 109.1.
What I think is this is when you guys say there's a talent deficiency at every position, I agree with that. It's like we don't have any great players, right? Like, just this is the greatest dude on the field at his position right now. But I think that is excuses to say that we're just like a college talented team and we just don't have any talent. We have enough talent to do more than 3 points.
Right. And that's part of the issue, Tony, because that compared to what Cody said, drafting a rookie and well, not what Cody, what Anthony said was just leaving Bryce in there. Bryce right now appears that he can't handle the offense. In my opinion, there's one quarterback on this team that can, but if you put him out there to see if your offense is really that bad or not, he wins a couple games. You can't bench him to see if Bryce can play better. So, you're really stuck in the old suburb. You're stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's really no good answer to it. If you leave Andy or if you leave Bryce in there, yes, you'll probably get the first overall pick. But by then, folks on this roster, even if they're good, they ain't coming back. They ain't coming around. They're out of here. And then, then you don't know. And then you're going to affect the young rookies behind them because they're going to get a taste of this horrible team with the locker room conflicts. We've all talked about cancer in the locker room and destroys the faith of the locker room. As soon as that happens under Bryce and you leave him here just to get that pick, you're going to destroy more than the quarterback and the coach in the locker room. You're going to destroy a lot more.
I'm worried right now that the locker room isn't going to have that tearing asunder, like, in anger and blame. Mm-hmm. I'm worried that they're doing what's going to happen is what happened to me today. And that is, I didn't even want to come do this podcast. I didn't want to watch the game.
Right.
I close my eyes at times, just like I want to go to sleep. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to be a part of this. And that's what I'm really worried that the Carolina Panthers team players might check out already. And I know they're professionals. We don't want to hate on them. I just don't understand. There was one good thing today. Dave Canales' hair was fucking crispy, dude. His haircut. He has got the opposite barber of Eddie Pinheiro. The number's 252-228-5090. Let's go ahead and get some calls in here. There's a lot of complaining to do, so we might as well get to it. Ain't nothing to do it, but to get to it. There you go. Here we go.
So what are your thoughts on catcalling?
Yeah, it's pretty. You shouldn't do that to somebody.
And how did that make you feel?
Very uncomfortable.
So how do you think catcalling makes the person feel?
It feels good, like.
Who's that cat sitting in the back corner with his face buried in his nose? Who's that kid that can use one?
Bryce Young. Interception. This man hasn't, my bad, y'all. I lost my voice because I went to go see a real fucking quarterback. I went to go see a real fucking quarterback in Cam Ward, nigga. Cam Ward is him. This man had 5 touchdowns and 2 of them got called back. And they subbed him at the half. Only played in one half. This man, Bryce Young, just threw a pick. I'm calling right after this pick. What is this play calling? This play calling ass. Dave Canales, you need to give it up. Let me call the damn play. Chuba Hubbard literally just yelled at our sideline, keep me in.
See, I didn't see none
I
of the
bet
broadcast
last year.
stuff.
Why the fuck is he not running the ball? Miles Sanders is not in. Stop trying to improve his trade cap value. Bro, this is another loss. We can't even stop Quentin Johnson, Mr. Butterfingers, right? Quentin Johnson is out here dropping Calvin Johnson numbers. We're done. Evero has Shaq Thompson and J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn blitzing and Shaq Thompson dropping into coverage. Get these old fucking linebackers, these old slow pieces of dirt. They fucking run like they got fucking sand in their fucking shoes, dude. They're running like they're running water, dude. Go those old pieces of shit out the fucking game, bro. I can't even express the passion because I lost my voice. But like, bro, what is this, bro? This is not Panthers football, bro. This is not shit, bro. I tell everybody we're taking. We're getting Travis Hunter. We're getting Travis Hunter. We're getting Travis Hunter and any QB that'll fall down. Says, I'm done with Bryce. Put Andy Dalton in. I'm gonna call every week. And I'm gonna tell y'all.
I'm
put
with it.
Andy Dalton in. If y'all want to win game, put Andy Dalton in. Put Andy Dalton in. I promise you we could probably steal away with the season with Andy Dalton. This nigga Bryce Young. 0 touchdowns.
He didn't even get 100
0
yards.
passing touchdowns.
He's terrible.
He is
terrible.
Absolutely is.
He is throwing dots to the defense.
To the defense.
He is. He ain't lying. He is.
And they get happy because they know they're going to get their bonuses. Please, for the love of God, put Andy Dalton in. Please, 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 please. If I have to see any more of this shit, I'm going to go streak out on the field and take this nigga playbook, and I'm injuring Bryce Young myself. I'm going.
Bless his heart.
Thank you for the call. We'll be talking about the Andy Dalton thing, I'm sure, for a while.
Yeah.
We got to bring in, we got another co-host here hanging out. We got Strats. My man, what's good, dude?
Not a whole lot. Did you find anything good in that game? I didn't.
Yeah, Dave Canales' haircut was crispy.
There were two great players who did their job very well in that game. They're Panther players. The long snapper and the kicker.
Oh,
the rest of them.
Hecker put a punt down on the 1 yard line.
Oh, okay. Well, he did good today too. Then see, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, Johnny Hecker.
At least we don't have to look for. No, never mind. They're all free agent anyway. So,
you know who I tweeted at today, and they tweeted back was Tim Donnelly on 99 the fan.
Yeah.
And for months now, and maybe all the way back to last year, his argument was, you play Bryce this whole year. So I tweeted at him today, I think it was at the end of the game, and I said, I believe I agree with your reasoning, but it's going to be really difficult to watch this all year long. And even he was like, yeah, I'm kind of wavering on my own point right now too. So I don't know. I have nothing else to add. I'm sorry. That's just.
All right. Well, let's take a call then. We'll take a call then. This is Kristen. Oh, by the way, hit these C3 bombs up because we had one, so we might as well shout her out.
We had a few of them. So shout out to Nirvash.
Here's Copays.
Yeah, shout out to Nirvash with the $5. There's no reason to start Bryce again if they actually want to win. I think Bryce is 0 passing touchdowns, 3 interceptions in his last 3 games played. He is wildly inaccurate. That is 100% the truth, Nirvash. White Chocolate says no rookie quarterback, trade back, build this team up with the vet. It's
not the worst idea.
No. And especially with Arch Manning looking good, he's 2 quarterback classes away, so people want to wait for him. Eric is a member for 23 months, trading up for Bryce, set back the Panthers. Yes, it did. Kristen Butler says no reason to be loyal to this. Man, turn this shit up, Kristen. No reason to be loyal to this quarterback. Look at our track record. We've gone through them like our damn underwear. I want to take just a moment to say something. If you don't support Bryce Young as quarterback, that does not make you a bad Panthers fan. It means your eyes can see what's in front of you, and that this is not a quarterback that is meant to be quarterbacking a football team, not in the NFL. Sorry. JC Happy 32 says donation for y'all. What's the chance that they're scared to put Dalton in due to him outperforming Bryce? What do you have to be scared of?
No, because they're scared that it would show that Bryce is cooked already.
Yeah,
but
and then the last one, old school Panther fan with the $5 says, in 30 years of Carolina football, I have never been this apathetic. We are by far the worst team of the past decade.
I want to comment on this. Forest City Kitty, first of all, love this comment. He said the Mannings ain't going to let Arch come here. They wouldn't even let him go to San Diego. Eli go to San Diego. They ain't going to let him come to Carolina.
We want Nico. We want the Tennessee quarterback, y'all. Just get that in your head.
What's up, Kyle, man? Kyle, we'll bring you in. Let's take Kristen's call. It's a short one since she put the love bomb, and we'll take her call real quick from halftime.
Hey, Steve, this is your girl, Kristen Butler. Halftime's about over and third quarter's going to begin, but I'm going to keep it real. I've seen all that I need to see when it comes to our QB. I think he is definitely a play killer. Dude, bench him by week 5, please. If this continues on after this game, playing like this, you're holding back the other young talent, dude. And it's 2 big middle fingers to us fans. Anyways, oh, God. I can go on, but I don't want to get cut off. I'm just so annoyed. I'm about to take a shot at Jaeger and cook some lasagna. Anyways, I know you're all there with me when it comes to just, I'm over it right now.
We need some lasagna in our lives.
Y'all. Keep pounding.
When you take a bite of that lasagna, think how hungry I am.
Yeah, and think about how bad the Carolina Panthers are and how good that lasagna is. Kyle, the Carolina Panthers are not.
It was rough.
It's just brutal, dude.
It was rough. It was a brutal watch. You know, I think I much rather would have watched paint dry. To be honest, I said before in the beginning of the season that I needed to see 4 or 5 games of Bryce to really know whether he was going to be anything or not. And I put it in the chat. I've seen 2 games. I've seen enough. If I know, even bad play aside, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, if we're down by 1 score and you give Bryce Young the ball with 3 minutes left, he is not going to lead that team to a victory. And I know that. So now I'm of the mindset that we're just building the team up for the next one.
Kev, my bastard son, I'll accept you as my child before the Carolina Panthers are good.
Oh,
how sweet!
Really? That was a shitty game. I barely even watched it. Really?
Dude, I was at the game. It was fucking.
Oh, you suck. Yeah, no sunburn again.
Yeah. Oh, it's look, he's cooked, dude. Look at that.
You haven't learned your lesson yet.
Bro, how about these fucking overcast clouds, man?
Yeah.
Never trust that shit.
It's a trick. It's a trick. Somebody said last week was worse than this. I'll ask you guys. I think today
100%.
was worse than last week.
This was. I mean, I asked this in our group chat. I was like, he was 8 for 10 for 22 yards and an interception. How? How was that a stat?
I mean,
they had more points than he had passing yards at halftime.
Right?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yes.
So, I mean, I would say that Bryce Young had a better game last week than this week, but I think the Panthers as a whole had a better game this week than they did last week, just based on the amount of almost turnovers we got, and it looked, if you just watched the first quarter, this game looked more competitive than last week.
I think for me, when I say this week was worse, I think it was worse to me as a fan. Last week, I just got knocked out. Like I was in a fight and you just knocked my ass out. This one, you just beat the shit out of me for. I mean, we 3 hours.
Have we even talked
I just had to.
Have we even talked about the defense? It's like there's no point. It's like every single year the Carolina Panthers have the worst offense in the NFL, And then every year we get even worse. We get even fucking worse. How is that even possible?
We're
And
gonna-
by the way, like I was at the game today, so I didn't really even notice all the other shit on the sideline that people are talking about. So I saw Adam Thielen take off his helmet and like getting all upset and pissed off. Apparently, Chuba Hubbard,
He's gonna
was getting all
retire.
pissed off at the sideline. Look, see now, forget about if Panther fans believe in Bryce Young. Does the fucking team, do the Carolina Panthers believe in Bryce Young?
Alert!
No, they
Alert!
don't.
Alert! I'm eating my chicken nuggets.
No, I mean,
He
he
probably
went over there to
just
try
wings
to
with
promote
ranch.
it. Taylor Moton told him to go the hell on.
Yeah, dude, it's so bad right now, dude.
Right.
And dude, the price of food and drink at
Yep.
that fucking stadium. How about
Ridiculous.
that piece of shit David Tepper owes me fucking money? How about that? He fucking owes me money, dude. And
Well,
let me
he
let
owes
me-
Charlotte money with all that money he took.
so man, look, we got a few more.
They gave it to him.
Yeah, let's
a
hit
few more,
let's hit these
love
super
bombs.
chats.
Tin Tizzy says, "Where are all the short kings hyping up the Make a Wish at quarterback? Let it go. This
Under
is
the
a
couch.
big man's game, not a 5'8"
He's
Make-A-Wish
Butters from South
quarterback.
Park.
Ain't that the damn truth? Creep up with the $5.
Hey, Williker, guys.
When are we going? When are we going up to the bank and protesting Tepper's ass out of the city?
Never. We're just not going to go.
Never.
I'm not wasting my gas money.
Exactly.
Says, Cody, Professor Pickle Crew, are there any quarterbacks on the practice squad you're willing to take a flyer on?
We got Plummer.
Yes.
God, we're
Yes.
down so
Yes.
bad.
Matt Corral.
Actually, they're not on the practice squad, but there's a backup quarterback, Sam Howell, who's a second or third string quarterback for the Cardinals. I would actually make a call.
If we're thinking about trading for a quarterback, there's a nice backup with the New Orleans Saints that
Nah,
we might want
never
to take a
traded
look
with
at.
a division rival. Hey man, listen, if you want a real quarterback, trade it don't matter, Sanders, somebody, to the Patriots for that stud third string quarterback they got.
Oh, so
I
by the
don't
way,
want a quarterback.
he even-
Do you know that we're really lucky, guys, that we're not a football team? Not like because we would be relegated.
Yeah.
Oh,
We would be kicked out of the fucking league.
That would have happened 4 years ago.
So by the way, dude, Bryce Young sounds like Dabo Sweeney now. Kevin's gonna get this. Bryce was asked about his
Oh, man. I already know.
and Bryce Young says his confidence is in the Lord.
Of course. Just like
Ryan
the NIL was
Ryan
built
Tannehill.
with Clemson. His name, his image, his
By the
likeness.
way, the Clemson marching band was there at the game. They were easily the best part of the whole fucking.
All right,
Mm.
let's get
They
to
were
these
really
calls. Let's power through some calls. We need to hear from you fans. I don't even know how you had the energy to call. Let's see what you guys say.
Hey, what's up, C3 Nation? Zach here from Kannapolis, North Carolina. I'm actually at the game right now. Got the privilege of meeting one of y'all coworkers today.
What's
good
up,
to see
Zach?
him. It's halftime. I'm taking a little break. Like I've been saying, man, Bryce Young is garbage. He's pure cheap garbage. Put it in the We're going to win the rest of the game. Keep pounding, guys. I'm going to holler at y'all after the game and stuff. It looks really bad. Our defense looks really good. I mean, what more could you ask for from a defense at first? Then our offense couldn't progress. Scored, and now we're down. Now we're down the score, so it's just ridiculous. Like I said, keep pounding. I say bring Cam home. Fuck this.
Fuck this. All right, let's go to the next caller.
What's up, C3? Max Hillman again from New York, giving you guys a little ring at halftime. Just want to say Jordan Fuller's absolutely trash. That's why they scored that touchdown to Johnston. I mean, not that we probably wouldn't have given up a touchdown anyway, but regardless, our defense, I just want to give them credit for all the shit that Bryce Young does to them by putting them in consistently on the field, nonstop. I think the way that the Saints have played against the Cowboys shows that our defense isn't that bad. JC and Horn is my dog. He did get blown up on the first touchdown, but it's all good. He made up for the pick. Two-better offense absolutely sucks. I'm going to say I truly think it's all Bryce Young's fault on the offense. He's absolutely horrendous. That interception was unbelievably horrible. A quarterback in the NFL should not be making throws like that. But it's only halftime. Who knows what's going to happen after? Just want to give you guys a call. Hope everything's going well. Love you guys.
Man, thank you for the call. Appreciate it, man. From New York, listening to the Panthers. Gosh, that must be brutal. Brutal to live. I don't know. I'm in North Carolina. I have a podcast for this stupid team. I feel for y'all people that don't even have I got to do this today. I didn't want to do this today. But you guys are doing it. You make the show better. Here we go. Next call.
Cam Ward, Shadur Sanders, Carson Beck, Archie Manning,
Sam
anybody else?
Darnold,
I don't
Teddy
know.
Bridgewater.
What's up, fellas? Corey calling in.
I'll take anybody.
I don't really even have much to say other than I don't know, man. I'm watching the game with my buddy, and I just went on a 25-minute rant about how all this could have been avoided. But for all the let Bryce, all the guys who are just like, let's see it out. Like, I'm not giving up on Bryce yet. Like, let's watch it all play out. At what point do you give up?
Yeah, but this is the question. This is the
trying
question.
to be a dick here, but like, do you need
Right
to see
now.
a full season of this before you say, all right, it's not going to work? I mean, realistically, I don't know about any. I don't watch too much college football, so I don't know if any of these quarterbacks coming up. Like, I just don't know if realistically we can get but we can't. We can't have another year because it's not going to change. Like, this is not going to get better. Obviously, like we're seeing the results are what they are. So I'm just my question to some of the guys who are obviously not fully supportive, Bryce. I don't know how at this point you could really just turn a blind eye, but like who want to still give them some kind of leash. Like, at what point are you cutting the cord? Is really my question. Yeah, bro. This will probably be the last game I watch this year. But I'm gonna keep up with the team, see what's going on. But yeah, there's no point in having my Sundays like this. Well, yes, Corey calling in. Appreciate y'all. Keep up.
My man said that Corey's been calling this show for years. He said, I'm not going to watch any more games. He's already looking the next season. We were dead 12 minutes. Do you know last week we said this on the podcast over and over? The first call that said we're dead, we're cooked, season over, was at 1:12 p.m. in week 1. Wasn't even 12 game minutes. It was 12 actual real fucking minutes in the world. 12 minutes in, cooked. Now the ultimate question I think Corey brings up is the question that we will be asking each and every week till the end of the season or until they do it, is when do you give up on Bryce Young? Now, I'd like to put this out here, is I don't want to root against people. We are cheering for this team. We were cheering for Bryce Young to be good. Right? I was really hoping that Bryce Young would be able to overcome a poor situation, poor team, poor ownership, overcome a height deficiency, overcome all of these things. But like everything else, is the quarterback, we live and die by the quarterback. They get all the glory and they get all the shit.
Right.
But when you look at those numbers, he was like 70% completion rate today.
This game,
and he had no yards.
We could have won this game today, but we didn't have I'm sorry. Yeah, it's all Bryce. This game was very winnable. The last game, we've had open players. We've had we've had a rough defense, but our offense should be by far and away better. Our defense,
they didn't run away with it. They let us have, I think they said this on the broadcast, Pickle, is that the Chargers actually letting the Panthers hang around.
Right. This game was very winnable, but without a quarterback, you can't win. And I got a question, y'all. Where's that cord at? Where's that cord at?
Oh, God, he got the knife out. Don't kill yourself.
Where's the cord at? We're going to solve that cord problem. And if I may, and I don't mean this offensive, but if you're still a Bryce Young fan, I applaud you. I'm not. And everybody has a right to their opinion, but there is a lot of people out there on social media who are right now they just all shut up. They shut the hell up because they ain't speaking nowhere about any. Every one of them are. A lot of people out there are throwing the towel in on Bryce Young. This hate or this dislike for Bryce's play is growing rapidly, and as soon as the national media get time to talk about it this week, it's going to look a lot worse.
Let's C3 love bomb here. What we got? $9.99. Thank you. I mean, you know what is in misery, the copay. People are paying their copays to get on the couch over here.
Yeah,
and commiserate.
Man. So let's go through them. Wallace White says, I said keep Bryce in. We need the first pick in 2025.
I'm with them.
So now people are just like, let's play him.
That's how I feel.
So that we can fucking suck the most.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. James out in Panthers says PJ Walker better than this. 2 pounds. Bryce Young in the middle.
Easily.
And then C3J Dyson, for people saying that the Canales offense is worse than last year, stop. I saw multiple receivers open, but when you have a quarterback that can't see over the line with a new arm, nothing will work. And
I agree with this.
I can personally attest to this. I was at the game and I saw multiple times that there was plays when Xavier Legette was open. Deontay Johnson came open on a few plays. He is allergic to throwing the football downfield. He's allergic to it. That's not in his arsenal.
He's Teddy Bridgewater light.
And by
Worse.
the way, here's
Worse.
the deal.
Yeah.
Even at Alabama, he wasn't a deep throwing quarterback.
No.
So a lot of this is really teaching people that a lot of the shit that you can get away with, even in the SEC at Alabama, just doesn't work on the NFL level. And for future references, whenever you're watching college quarterbacks, if they need to scramble to be successful, that's not an NFL quarterback. And that was
Unless
all over
that's
Bryce
going to
Young.
be like a mainstay of their game. Kristen Butler, thank you for your generosity. I know that you're going through it with us. We thought our team hit their rock bottom. Apparently, they have a shovel and continue to dig to China, I guess. As Muscle Marinara said it last week, the Carolina Panthers have found a secret level in hell. Right? It is a secret level in hell that we have gotten. A couple of points to the Bryce Young, or to what you were talking about. What did we say? Is that Teddy Bridgewater? Oh, I know what I was going to say. Do you remember after the preseason game against Buffalo? Go down there, score a touchdown, right? And all the Bryce sexuals come out, and they're look at this, so good. Look at this. Do you remember I came on this show and I said, I wish he would just grip it and rip it a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of like waiting for the little pass, these perfect passes to work. Like sometimes just have some guts and throw it down the field and trust your receiver to go get it. Now, I think that's what I meant by this. It's like grip it and rip it, bro.
Why doesn't he?
I don't get it.
Why doesn't
and I will go to this to your, since I just gave myself a little pat on the back from the preseason, I'm gonna give you a pat on the back, Cody. Not too hard since you got that terrible sunburn right now.
Yeah, it's actually not bad. I've had way worse, to be honest.
Yeah. You talk about this as you just mentioned, if a quarterback has to scramble in the college, that's not an NFL, which I think I get your point there. But you've also said in the past is you don't bet on someone overcoming like lackluster traits, right? Like you bet on traits. You don't bet on the and I believe this too, is like when you're drafting or when you're picking players for whatever, you're not, or you're giving them contracts, you're paying them for what they're going to be. You're drafting them for what they could be, not who they are at that moment.
Right.
Right. So when you pick the polished player, so even if you go back to when we drafted Cam Newton and whoever the Blaine Gabbert, but remember they've missed his name up or whatever. Yeah. It's like my favorite thing. They wanted him and somebody else they were like, oh, they're more NFL ready. But they're not NFL
talent
players.
Yeah, they're not NFL players. It's
and
so
Cam
stupid.
was. And what we did is there's a risk that comes with it so much, Cody.
Yeah.
And if we talk about Drew Brees, if I hear fucking Drew Brees' name again with the Carolina Panthers in this, Drew Brees was not a number 1 overall pick. No. He was not even a first round. I don't even think he was a first round pick. I think he might have been a second round pick.
Yeah.
You know, is that you don't not only are you gambling on a risky bet, you know what I'm saying? It's like, the house is stacked against you already. You are betting on a person. You're betting on Muggsy Bogues to make, like the odds are against you already. And then you're putting the money on the hard 8 on the craps table.
Yeah.
Which is like the longest, or the hard 10. It's like it's already a long shot for these motherfuckers to make it in the NFL when they're Cam fucking Newton.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, let's try it with this. Let's try to go win a NASCAR race with a fucking Prius.
Yeah, man, dude, those physical traits, they matter. They matter. You want a guy who's tall enough to see over the line. And by the way, originally when I was, in all my criticisms of Bryce, I never said, oh, too short. That was never my biggest gripe. But now the more and more I look at him, the dude throws the ball from his tippy toes.
They talked about it. He's jumping.
Yeah, the dude, not only does he jump, but it's like quarterback 101. I know that you're supposed to have your heels firmly planted on the ground, facing in the direction of your receiver. And you're right. It looks like he just can't do it.
He has to do the tippy. Like, I actually don't even have a problem with it in some of those things when he's connecting. The problem is he's not dropping, stepping up, and ripping it.
Right, he has no pocket.
1, 2, 3, boom, boom.
Literally all of the things that we drafted him for: the timing, the pocket presence, the ability to understand where the pressures are coming from. None of that is currently viewable in Bryce Young's football game.
I know we've heard this. I know we've heard. Look, Bryce had the good answer. I've always been short, right? Like he had success in high school and college and things like this. But I can be like, it's kind of like, I'm trying to think, like, you could be a good golfer. I hate golf, by the way. So like, you could be a golfer that shoots like in the low 80s or something, maybe hitting the 70s every now and then. But then you go and play with the pros on the pro tees in the real rules, all these other guys in there. And you know that those next 10 strokes to get to scratch are light years away for you. It's like thinking you're a good bowler because every now and then you bowl like a 230 or something like this. I don't know what the analogy I'm trying to get to is. I'm just trying to tell you this is I feel Bryce Young is in over his head.
Right.
And I want to celebrate his accomplishments as a person and an individual to be the number 1 overall pick, to do all these different things. But he's a boy amongst men out there. And his voice, I'm going to have to mute the TV when he starts talking, yelling at the line.
He's Butters from South Park. The G Williker guys.
There's no more. Reddit. You remember Cam? I would get chills. Reddit. He's like, alert, alert, alert. Do you think that the players are laughing?
Stranger danger, stranger danger.
You know what? I feel like this is
somebody
maybe we
said
should...
that when you pulled up to training camp, he looked like a Pokemon trainer.
Let's take another call.
Hey guys, already been reading a lot on Twitter stuff about getting Thielen out and letting him go somewhere to contend in his later years now. My question is, does Deontay Johnson demand a trade? Because he's got free agency coming up, and this guy might not even get 40 catches this year by the time we get done. I'm gonna tell you, if I'm him at his ages, get me out of Carolina, because otherwise he's gonna be signing a league minimum somewhere next year, because he's not gonna have
send him to Kansas
kind
City.
of stats going into free agent, even on this team. Thanks, guys.
Great call. Great point. Is Kristen Butler brought this up earlier, is that I want to put Bryce in there and leave him out there, and just figure, just deal with it. That would be
Sink or swim.
institutional. Yeah, it'd be institutional tanking by this point. There's a point when you recognize that you're actually. But she said you're doing the other guys a disservice. We bring that up with Deontay Johnson. This is real money that these people are going to be losing. Bryce Young is going to lose him money.
All the endorsement deals,
millions.
Hey, I'm happy that his faith is strong. He will need it now more than ever. And listen, I want to be clear. Like, it's football. We don't hate the guy.
No,
we all wanted him to be successful. Like, everybody wanted this to work out, but he clearly isn't. And if you want to win games, now this is what we're talking about. If you want to win games, when does Dave Canales and get the courage to put in Andy Dalton? Because if he doesn't, and you continue to stay with Bryce, is that not like saying, hey, you know what? I want an opportunity to pick my own quarterback.
Well, that's what we want.
Quarterback that I want to draft.
That's what, like the way Canales was calling plays, it just showed like he didn't even believe in him. So like, why put in Dalton though? This is a team that needs a top pick.
Because there's a better quarterback, Anthony.
So what? So you win 5 games and lose out on a top pick? Is that what you want?
And I'm with Ant here because you've talked about the need to tank in the past.
But I've also heard this fan base tell me that it's not a great quarterback class. So what player
I'm
are
not
you
saying
even
that.
thinking?
No, well, here we don't have to get a quarterback.
Yeah, you trade back.
You could trade back, or you could just pick like a fucking top player.
Yeah, but you're not going to this early in the season. You think the team is going to do that?
Well, first of all, he's not going to want to, tank. He's going to want Andy out there so he can have a better job.
Yeah, and listen, as bad as we are, if we get the first overall pick, and it's way Tepper is, there's no guarantee there's no guarantee that Canales is going to be here. So it doesn't suit Canales unless he's been told by his boss that it's all right if we don't lose any. I don't see that happening, but I mean, you get what I'm saying. There's no guarantee Canales is going to be here to take advantage of a first overall pick. And besides all that, as bad as we are on this whole team, there's not a position that we can't take at the first pick of the draft, quarterback or not.
That's true.
Well,
so if we look at a guy and say we want to trade back because we don't like that guy, there's no guarantee you're going to get a team that's going to say, oh, yeah, we'll give you a bunch of picks for that guy.
Well, my question is, like, after everything that we've been through with coaches, do y'all really think that Canales could get fired this year? I mean, listen, I know it's bad.
It wouldn't surprise me.
And the coach is always the scapegoat, but you literally got this guy who was the supposed quarterback whisperer. And now are you going to blame this head coach for the quarterback that can't do shit?
Would you be surprised?
Why would
fault?
you take a job with the quarterback that you knew couldn't do shit? Because that's what it seems like he doesn't trust him in any aspect. So if you're Canales, like, why did you take this job if you're just gonna call screens?
Well, it's probably because he was offered.
Well, let's ask ourselves, what's the real reason that a few other coaches refused to interview? Was it just the fact we sucked, or was it the fact that they were told you had to take Bryce Young?
Somebody in the chat said Scott Fowler said that was not the case, that David Tepper didn't intervene. Now, I'm not disputing your claim, but I just know that David Tepper and Scott Fowler don't have a good relationship, so I don't know how he would have the inside tip on that. Let's take another call.
I don't either.
What's up, y'all? It's Lucas from Far City, North Carolina. Bryce Young is definitely a bust, man. I am tired of watching this bullshit. Let's put Andy Dalton in. This is killing this fan base, just watching this pipsqueak play football. We do not deserve to watch this crap that David Tepper has gave us. We used to be a good football team before.
We were. It's hard to
before
remember
he bought
that.
this franchise, and now we're just we're just another Cleveland Browns, sadly. I'm ready for Andy Dalton. Just Bryce Young being under center is just poisoning our rookies in the whole team. Put Andy Dalton in, a seasoned veteran that can maybe get us some wins, and maybe that can help this football team and this franchise. Other than that, man, this is going to be a long season. Keep pounding.
Good call, Ryan Newborn. Never seen that name. He said Zach Wilson's literally cut year 2, game 4.
Yeah. So it's
the Arizona kid. What's his name?
Oh, that was Rosen.
Rosen. 1 year.
Yeah, they had the number 1 pick the very next year. Yeah. So again, man, like, go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt whoever it was. Go ahead, Shots.
I was just gonna say, can you imagine where we would be if we had probably just kept Wilkes that year and slowly, I don't think they would have traded up the year after. They would have slowly built it back up. And I feel like we would be a lot farther ahead at this point. I mean, hindsight's 2020, and I don't want to play the shoulda, coulda, woulda game, but
it would depend. It would depend on how much control Wilkes would have had. If he was just a guy that had to take what he was given by Scott Fitterer and Tepper without any choices in it, then I don't know how much would have changed. But
I mean, I don't know though, Pickle, because he didn't have any say when he took over that roster, and we lost some of our best players and performed better than we did in the first half of the year. So clearly, he was making it work when he didn't have any authority over what we were going to keep and make decisions.
And a lot of the players he had then had played in the system he had before, unlike, for example, Tepper strongly wanted to go to a 3-4. Wilkes would have never liked a 3-4. So how do we know that Tepper would have said, "You're the head coach, but this guy over here is running the defense"?
And I do want to talk about this. And Pickle, I'll give you the credit because you've been on this the longest. I'm done with the 3-4 shit, dude.
Thank you.
I'm fucking done with it, dude. I'm done with it. It doesn't
Hi,
look
Tony.
right in Carolina. It doesn't feel right. We don't even have how many years are we going to force this?
We haven't been able to stop the run since.
And we don't stop the run, and we're not even getting after the quarterback, which was the intention of the shit. Like, that's why we did it, and it's still not fucking working. Dude, I want to go back to that 4-3. I want 3 linebackers in the middle so we can stop the fucking run, dude. It's embarrassing. You know how many times Justin Herbert threw a little dot pass over the middle, and that's all the fuck they needed to get a first down? Dude, it's embarrassing, man.
He's mouth farting to this crap.
Dude,
let's take one call here. I'm gonna play one short call, and then you guys respond. Welcome, Colby, and welcome in everybody. I'm gonna go smoke.
What's up, C3? Nice Noah here. Yeah, we're officially ass. We're horrible. Our team is gonna get relegated. This team is horrible. Ticket sales is about to be 50 cents. I'm calling it now. 50 cent tickets. This is horrible. We might as well be in the UFL at this point. This is no competition. I mean, Bryce
feel safe there.
He can't
Bryce is
deal
about
with
to
nobody.
join Matt Corral.
He's short. I mean,
we'll lose.
There's nothing we can do. Nicole Tepper, this is all your fault. David Tepper, this is all your fault.
Take it.
Nicole Tepper won the Stroud, Noah.
Absolutely horrible. We about to get relegated, but keep pounding. I know we have a 1-call limit, but keep pounding and see y'all in the UFL. Peace.
The man, Noah.
Yeah, shout out to Bryce Young. You heard it from the boy himself. We'll see you in the UFL.
He might be the biggest draft bust ever.
I don't think it's a question anymore because of what you did to do it. Yeah, because of all that makes him the worst of all time history. I don't give a damn what nobody says.
I'm still going to give him a year. I still believe you need 3 years.
Nope. He's going to get the rest of this one and run it into the ground, and then y'all are going to
Well, next year I'm definitely bringing in a vet. compete, but like I'm still going to keep him.
Yeah, I brought this up the other day. Shout out to C3 Legion YouTube account. We do have we did a short video. You got to remember, if you cut Bryce Young this year, if it gets bad and they walk, David Tepper says, cut that man right now, and they walk him out right now, the Panthers are negative $12 million cap hit. Not dead money, negative $12 million. And there's no way. I mean, now there are ways around that. That's what the Jets did. The Jets kept Zach Wilson on their roster as a third stringer for a year, just so they can afford to cut him. Now, next year, that's all different. Because anybody talking about trades, Bryce ain't got no trade value. Let's just
none.
Dude, I'm just so sick of watching Baker Mayfield out here beating the Lions, Sam Darnold beating the 49ers. And, this is why I took Justin Herbert less on Prize Picks today, because all the teams have to do is run versus us. You just got to do the bare minimum. And it's sad, man. But, I'm telling y'all right now, if we do start Dalton and he wins 4 or 5 games, it's just going to hurt us more in the long run than actually helps us.
Well, I'm torn between this, Anthony, because this is kind of what I was saying when I tweeted at Tim Donnelly earlier, and his take has always been for the past years, keep Bryce in for every game, and you want to do that because for more than one reason. For one reason of maybe it is still week 2. I mean, God, I don't want to play this game, but maybe it clicks for him in week 5. And he actually starts to cohesively come together as they all do as a unit and start to actually sync up and perform well. Or, if we end up tanking, then we get a top round draft pick. But I don't think I can watch that product through the whole year on the field. I just don't. No. I just don't think I can.
And also, I think this is the easiest part of our schedule. Our back end, I think, is the most difficult part, right?
Yeah, dude, we're not winning.
We're playing Kansas City.
Hey, by the way, I have 2 tickets to a Saints game. If anybody would like to buy them, because I sure as shit am not going to that. Dude, there's no reason to. I'm not spending another red cent on this fucking team. I promise. I will see 4 or 5 wins in a row before I spend any more tickets to do anything related to going to see the Carolina Panthers. It just isn't worth it. I watched that entire stadium start to empty out at the end of the 3rd quarter and the start of the 4th. It's just embarrassing every way around it. I'm at a loss for words at this point. There's other players to talk about. I mean, how about this? Did any player look good? I think J.C. Horn looked okay. Justin Herbert threw an interception right to him early in the game, but then again, we couldn't do anything with it. Were there any players that you think looked okay?
The fans were good.
I thought they had a good game.
Yeah, I actually thought the offensive line wasn't horrific.
No. The offensive line isn't
one
the
thing
issue.
that I would like to see the offensive line behind a competent quarterback so I can see how good or bad they can be. Because you got to think too, Austin Corbett is a free agent after this year. And if you let him walk, which he's not, he's got a voided year of $7 million cap hit. If you can figure out how to re-sign him for a cheaper deal, it throws that $7 million cap hit in the garbage. So there's a reason to re-sign him for 1 or 2 more years if he's a good enough center to do that. And that's what you.
It looks like he's able to play. It looks like he's able to play center just fine.
Right.
I mean, I'd give him another contract just based on the fact that why throw another new part into something that you're just now trying to get straight. I'd let it roll the way it is.
Hey, let me get Kobe in here. Kobe, what's up, brother? What'd you think of the game?
It absolutely sucked to the fullest extent, per usual, Cody.
It did. Yeah, it did. It sure did.
Next time there's a home game, I don't need you to go, but I need you to do some studying between now and then. I need you to pull out all the ancient voodoo, anything you need to do, sprinkle any kind of magic dust around that city, because something's up, bro. I don't know what it is. We got a loser all over us, and we can't shake that shit to save our ass.
Are you trying to say that Cody's a jinx?
No, I say he needs to do it. He needs to break
Hey,
us of this curse. Trying to get him to
I'm
help.
saying that I'm a jinx. Maybe I need to fucking.
I feel
get
like
the
I
fuck
am,
out
too.
of this shit, dude. Yeah,
Dude,
it's
I
just
think
so
it's
bad.
I think it's embarrassing that when the fans were booing, which they respectfully should, the Panthers Stadium kept playing music over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I
stop,
hate that for
stop
y'all, man, because y'all
hiding
live
how
there.
these fans feel. Like they spend their hard-earned money to come watch this shit product, and it's ultimately why I didn't want to go to the game today, man. It's sad.
Cody, I do want to ask this question because everybody is on the opposite end of the spectrum as me. What the hell kind of veteran quarterback do you think is going to want to come here and start for the Carolina Panthers
the
next
life
year?
of
Because
me,
he ain't going to be worth a damn.
I couldn't
We got to
tell you,
overpay him.
but that's why I'm of the mindset that if you're going to try and upgrade your quarterback position in that way, well, then it's time to play Andy Dalton. I mean,
Yes.
that's literally like, what other veteran are you going to go out there that has more years of experience, that has, been to a couple playoff games? You know what I'm saying? Like, what other? It's not like there are just free agent quarterbacks that are just running around waiting to be picked up. It's like you're either drafting your own, or you're trading for a big name, or you have someone who is serviceable for the time being until you can upgrade that position better. I don't know who else that would be other than Andy Dalton. I just don't know.
I don't have another candidate outside of that either.
I didn't have doing mock drafts after week 2 on my bingo card, but that's where I'm at right now.
Hey, by the way, real quick, shout out to RC Graveyard with the $10. Says, how is the number 1 pick going to do any good when Tepper makes the decision? When Tepper makes that decision, Tepper has us in a checkmate. Let's just play Bryce to guarantee he never plays again. We're not watching him light it up later.
That's where I am.
That's legitimate, and Tony, I feel like that's how a lot of people are feeling right now. We're already looking forward to the 2025 draft because there is no hope on this team.
Could I say this real quick?
Yep.
I hope we're not at the point where there's going to be players in the draft trying to pull Eli Manning's if we do get the first overall.
I would.
Like,
I would.
yeah, I would too.
If you suck as bad as we're projected, if you don't prove to the world that you have talent on this roster, it's just covered up by bad quarterback play, there's no reason for them to think otherwise. So you're telling the first overall pick, hypothetically speaking, quarterback that I've got to come here and look at that? Heck with that. Cam Newton could say that we had some good running backs, a good left tackle, and a good wide receiver named Steve Smith on the roster when he come. Now, you can't tell a upcoming rookie quarterback that he's got anything to look forward to coming to Carolina at all. If anything, we may have an Andrew Luck situation. Even Cody's man. What's a quarterback you like for Florida, Cody?
Cam Ward from Miami.
Yeah, what Cam Ward look at this roster and say, they got the first pick. If I go out, nah, I'm good. I'm staying in college.
But man, listen, I understand that. I really do. I also just want to say they said the same thing about the Bengals and the Browns when they had the number 1 pick. Don't go to Cleveland. Don't go to Cincy. They said the same thing with Chicago. They've never had a 4,000-yard passer. Remember, people were talking about Caleb Williams stiffing the Bears. What I'm here to tell y'all is this quarterback is making the Panthers look worse than they are. I'm here to tell you that the last 2 games are far more competitive with the better quarterback under center. So if there is a good quarterback in the draft, he might just be what the fucking doctor ordered. You just don't know. You have to properly evaluate talent and draft the right players when they're available, man. You have to, and it has to be the right guy. You cannot miss, because right now we have no way of knowing how far back this is the Panthers.
That's why you have to put a veteran like Andy in there to show everybody that we do have good talent.
Yes, I agree, Pickle.
Could I say How about this? Let's take another call real quick.
Yep.
Podcast brothers, how y'all doing?
Ugh.
Breaking news to all the Panther fans and the CP3 fans. I am done with fucking Bryce Young.
Hell
I'm done with him. I'm done with it. Done with him.
bench his ass for the rest of the fucking season and put Andy Dalton in. And all them damn people talking about, well, he's supposed to be the franchise, this and that. This dude does not have it. He doesn't have it. And all y'all other people and everything like that, I said it once, said it again. Y'all remember, if you don't, here's a history lesson. 2003, the first game, he's playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. Rodney Pete was stinking it up. The backup was Chris Winkie. Third string was Jake De La Home. They put Jake in, a franchise was fucking born. Hey, Bryce is not it, for the love of God. And I believe the refs fucked us. I think they did. That was a damn fumble. And when we punted the ball and everything like that, there wasn't no daggone contact. The dude put his hands up. He didn't even touch him. And they still gave the Chargers the ball. I swear, I'm like, can anything else go wrong with Carolina? They played a little bit better today, but they started playing better too fucking late. They should have ran the ball more. They should have ran the ball more. And Bryce threw that damn interception. I was like, for the love of God, man. I said, I'm done with this dude. I got his jersey too, and I'll still rock it. I'm done with Bryce. Give me your thoughts on that, y'all. Keep pounding.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of this is bananas, you know, to me that it's this quick. And Pickle said it, you know, as the people. I mean, and look, Pickle has been a guy who has been like, hey, let's get behind Bryce.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a root for, you know, but the people, the Bryce sexuals, what are they going to say today? And
They're
also
turning on him, Tony. It's everywhere.
I bet. And I really don't like to get up here and just be like, this is the only thing to talk about. But really, what else is there to talk about? I mean, like, can someone really tell me what else really if you had this podcast, how you approach the post-game show and not make it Bryce?
Yeah, how?
Bryce.
Can't.
We
Nothing else to evaluate.
And also, let's continue to put into context. We lost Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore to go up and get Bryce Young. So, yeah, we're going to continue to talk about Bryce. Like, I tried asking the guys just a minute ago, like, what other player can you say played good? I think J.C. Horn looked okay.
That's it.
I mean, but really, that's it. And by the way, it wasn't even that great of an interception because Herbert threw it right to him.
Yeah, he did. That was a dumbass
No,
pass.
and like, you watch these games, and it's like, dude, it's not even, these teams aren't even like, I mean, the Chargers weren't good today. Like, the Panthers are just so ass. Like, that's the sad part.
Can I add something that I noticed today? I noticed something that I was really hoping I wasn't going to see at the when we traded for him. When we look back on the film and just going over it, Deontay Johnson has a lot of effort problems on that field right now, and he does not want to block, and he does not want to run a full route. And you can watch him; it's very apparent that he is losing his faith in this team, just like he did in the Steelers team. So him and Thielen, I don't think he'll be back here next year.
Yeah, I said that. I don't think he's going to re-sign. You saw Thielen's frustration too. It's like Bryce is so afraid to throw the ball downfield. Like, there were guys open. And
Anthony, what the fuck did he say on that sideline for three people to just get on his ass like that, though? He said something, had to.
Can y'all tell me a little bit more?
Yeah,
about
I didn't see it. I was
because
like
I
napping.
wasn't there. I didn't see this. What happened?
Bryce said something. Thielen took his helmet off and went storming off. Deontay Johnson just kind of gave him the get the fuck out of my face kind of look. And Taylor Moton stood up and started yelling. So, like, you're right. I wonder what he said, but those guys were pissed.
Dude, I'm just sick of them coddling Bryce Young, too.
Yeah,
it's like,
time
dude,
to end that shit. Yeah.
Like, if you have to call third, and I know it's, listen, I know it's this bad, and, like, I just think this is what we have to expect if he's going to start going forward. Like, if you have to call screens and checkdowns, like, how many times was his first read just Chuba in the flat or Miles Sanders in the flat? Like, you are not giving your offense any sort of chance to move the ball at all.
But, Anthony, to me, that's what says to me that they don't trust him. Because you're not calling those plays. You think that Dave Canales doesn't know that those are the types of plays to get this offense rolling? Him and Brad Isaac? Of course they do. But they are telling you through their actions that they do not trust this guy under center. And if that's the truth, they need to put in Dalton.
I agree. I've been saying they don't trust him. My only thing, put in Dalton. I just don't want him to take us out of a top pick. That's really what my only hope is.
I'm with you, Anthony.
Right.
That's my only thing right now. I'm watching Clawson 2.0 all over again.
To be fair, I don't think the Canales or Brad Isaac is calling a play and Bryce runs that play. I think they're doing a give Bryce 3 plays and he calls the one he needs to, or they're giving him the ability to change a play, because he did a couple of plays he changed on his own to a run, because even when he handed it off, the running backs were like, it's like 3 and 10. I'll get 2 yards, dude. And Bryce, yeah.
I was gonna say, it baffles me that an entire front office organization full of people looked at the quarterbacks that we had available when we drafted Bryce, and they all unanimously, that's how you know it's bullshit, they all picked Bryce Young. Like, that offense last year didn't look like it was made for Bryce Young. This one, it barely looks like it was made
I
for
think the
anyone.
offense actually looks the design looks fine. I don't think it's like last year where it was like there's no rhythm, there's no method to the madness. How are you going to be a play caller when you go out there, all of a sudden you give up 7 points, they march down the field, you go out there and your quarterback just fucking throwing it to the other team?
Dude, it just feels like we were playing we were playing just not to get blown out, and that's what ended up happening anyways.
Feels like it.
Like, I don't know if it's
I think it's his Bryce. I don't think it's the play call. I think Bryce Young is playing that way, right? I think Bryce Young is looking to the flat. I don't think the call is a screenplay.
Well, dude, but if that's the case, then why is Canales coming out and saying Bryce is our quarterback next week? Is that to try to instill confidence in him? Because
it's coach talk.
Or could he have been told that benching Bryce Young is not your decision?
Yeah, which is probably Tepper.
But then you know
Tepper
what,
invested.
Pickle? If that's the truth, if that is the truth, then shame on Dave fucking Canales and every
I
other
agree.
pussy motherfucker that can't tell David Tepper no. In fact, I would dare him. All right, David, you're going to fire me before week 3? How about this? Your head coach is telling you Dalton is playing.
Yeah.
If you don't like it that much, fucking fire me and save me the fucking and pay me the rest of the contract that you already fucking signed me for.
Right.
Cody, I agree.
Somebody needs to tell David Tepper where the fuck he can stick it.
And that's why I said this is on David fucking Tepper. I said this in the spaces. You can go ahead and blame Bryce Young and this and that. But if the conspiracy about is Dave forced his way to draft Bryce, and then you got Dave's forcing the other Dave to play Bryce, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like, that's on David freaking Tepper, man.
Right. If I was Dave Canales and I was told that Bryce would start next week game, he would do a handoff. First offensive play next week's game, he would do a handoff to a running back. Then after that, Andy would go in and finish the game.
Oh shit!
And if Tepper don't like it,
fire me.
He can fire me, and then I would go to the media and I would tell them the truth behind everything.
Well, here's something.
Oh, you cut out.
Yeah, you cut out.
Can you hear me?
Now you're back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I don't know that I can read this at the same time that I can talk. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
good.
Yeah. Sheena says there were.
Something's
cut out
happening.
again.
It's cutting you off again.
Okay, I'll paraphrase it.
Yeah, paraphrase.
Sheena, just go read Sheena's thing, whatever. she quotes Canales talking about how I think it was on some third down plays where it was third and short, and it was like before the sticks or whatever. And Canal says some of that was designed into today's play. So
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
Canales was at post game press conference. He was beat up with questions about Bryce and benching Bryce, and he avoided every question. He said, "Right now," he said, "Bryce is our quarterback." He repeatedly said, "Bryce is our quarterback," and he would not. He said, "I can't speak about a lot until I watch tape." He pretty much avoided the whole thing. But if he
even
thinks
his hair, look, his hair was so crispy during the game. Now even Canales' hair is jacked up. Let's go to a call real quick.
Hey, y'all. This is G. Cavassier again. If I can get for the second call, y'all, our defense fucking sucks. The damn defensive coordinator, Evero, what his name is, I call him Double E. He needs to get the fuck out of Carolina. This 3-4 does not match the Carolina players. I said that shit last year, if y'all remember. I do not like his defense. Fuck this 3-4. We need to go back to the 4-3. We have the personnel to run a 4-3, not no damn 3-4. His defense fucking sucks. Look at that damn pass. The dude was wide open in the end zone. If y'all remember, that dude was wide the fuck open. I just don't understand. And Dave Canales, I like him, but he's beginning to piss me off because all this positivity and everything, to me, the motherfucker's too damn nice. He needs to start digging in they fucking asses. Give me your thoughts on that, y'all. Keep pounding.
Valid point.
This will test his patience.
Go ahead.
I was just saying it'll test his patience.
Yeah.
What does Dave Tepper know about a 3-4? Someone tell me. Why is that?
Pittsburgh. He's got that
not a damn
Pittsburgh
thing.
bullshit
'Cause
all
it's
in his head.
Pittsburgh. Which in itself is a bullshit way of trying to act like you know football, because if he did, then he would run this organization like Pittsburgh's been ran.
Absolutely.
But clearly he didn't learn anything over there.
I just feel sorry for all the fans that drove to see the Panthers. That's what I feel sorry for. Out-of-state fans that came to watch us, I feel sorry for y'all.
It won't even worth Cody's fucking travel from his crib to go to that shit.
And
I'm
that's
sorry you had to do that, Cody.
3 minutes. 3
Yeah.
minutes. Dexter Henderson in the house. Sorry I'm late. Cody, you got sunburn. Or you just mad?
You know what? You know what it is? I don't even know anymore. It's probably a little bit of both.
Fury.
Hey, bro, I'm white like milk. I'm out in the sun for 5 minutes and I'm looking radioactive. So to be honest, this is not even bad, if you can believe it. Y'all can go back a few years and watch me and Tony do a pod from my room, and I looked fucking radioactive.
All right, we'll take another call here.
Hey guys, Eli calling right before the post-game show starts.
Thank
So
you
I
for your
watched most
donations,
of the
by the way.
game. Our defense, while we let up a lot of points, our offense didn't do them any favors at all. That interception was a pretty good one, and yeah, our defense is not doing great, but considering what the Saints are doing to the Dallas Cowboys right now, who are we to judge? Considering the Cowboys did something similar to what Saints did to us, but to the Cleveland Browns last week. Now, let's talk about the offense. Sorry. As you guys well know, and I'll keep saying this again, I'm in the state where football is a religion, state of Alabama. It's from there. It's just, if David Tepper, every rumor I'm hearing, David Tepper's the one who stomped his hand on the desk and says, I demand Bryce Young because of whatever reason. He needs to be during draft time to be on an all-exclusive trip to an island that has no internet. I think there's a couple islands in the South Atlantic will work. St. Helena's would work. That's where DeFillion went. But the offense is just so anemic. I've never seen a more anemic offense in the NFL. I've been in my mid-30s. I've been watching NFL since I was a kid. This is by far one of the worst offenses I've ever seen. Nothing we can do is run because everyone just plays the run because they know Bryce can't throw 10 yards. Did you have a single completion past 11 yards? I didn't see one. I probably would have missed it because I was playing some video games instead of watching the whole game rapturely because don't care anymore. But hopefully we can get some better done. But I'm going on record saying Bryce is officially a bust. And it's a little early to say that, but I'm sick and tired of watching
It's not
bad. Let's go therapy. Keep
Yeah.
counting, guys.
Thank you. Let's
feel
go
you.
therapy. Thank you for Splurge for the copay, $1.99 copay for this therapy session. You can get on the C3 therapy couch back there and hang out with us. The number's 252-228-5098. We'll take another call. See what you guys got to say about this bullshit. So
What's
bad.
up, C3? I'm just gonna go.
Oh, you
get
don't
it
have to
all
play
off
my
my
call.
Oh, is
You
that
don't-
you, Ant?
Yeah, I mean, you
Okay.
could just listen if you wanted to hear me say "fuck David Tepper" 50 times.
All right. Let's go one more.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Leaving the game on 85 now. That was I had to process
I'm sorry.
what I've seen today, and I agree with everybody else. They're just trying to salvage Bryce Young at this point. I mean, it's not about winning football games. If it was about winning football games, they would put Dalton in or do something. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, right? He needs this to go. And like they were just talking on the radio, once we pull the plug, everybody's going to pull the plug on him forever. But he's horrible. He needs to go. He needs to go back to college or something. He needs to go be a doctor or something. He needs to do something. He don't need to be a part of this football team. I tell you what, if this keeps on, we're not going to have a football team anymore. We're not going to have anybody there anymore. I mean, I have to say I was actually quite shocked at how many fans showed up today, to be honest with you. I mean,
Home
no, we all
opener.
didn't think we were going to win, but we didn't think we were going to take a loss again. Just that we scored 3 points. We have scored 13 points in the last 2 games. 13 points in 2 games, where the other team had what 46, was it 36? Last game. Just saying. 47 points plus another 26. How many is that? 50, 60 points in 2 games.
It's
It's
70,
just awful.
right?
Anyway, Cody, it was nice meeting you today. My cousin John, he said it was nice. He said it was nice meeting you, Cody. I agree with you. Bryce the bus needs to go. And like I said, I
Great
know
to meet you,
Cam's not
brother.
coming home. I just want to make a point to everyone that no, Cam's not coming home, and no, I'm not saying Cam. None of that. I'm just saying that Cam came back on his first game off the couch, off the sofa. No mini camp, no practices, no training, no reading the playbooks, nothing. He came in and scored 2 touchdowns, one by air, one on foot. So, like I said, and he had a hurt shoulder on the Steelers player. So anyway, it's just crazy. Anyway, it was good. It was good meeting you, Cody. Y'all take care, man. Keep pounding. I don't know. It's just gonna be looks like it's gonna be a garbage year. We're the new Detroit Lions. Y'all take care.
Cody, we got to do this 15 more times, dude.
Do we? You want to just quit?
Nah, man, I like
No, let's
hanging
not
out with
quit.
you
Let's
too
not
much.
quit.
Like
Yeah,
we
let's
could
not.
just not watch the game and then do the post game and just look at the box score.
Yeah, either that, yeah, we let the fans tell us how the game went.
Yeah, it's call in, tell us what happened. We don't give a shit no more, but we love y'all.
Y'all want us to suffer.
Yeah, y'all gotta watch it. Yeah, let's go to Kyle in Spartanburg.
Hey, C3, it's Kyle from Spartanburg. Damn, man, this stuff is it's just rough to watch. I mean, there was a couple positives, I guess, other than J.C. Horn getting beat on the touchdown pass. He did get an interception and a forced fumble. Well, it should have been a forced fumble. I mean, this Bryce Young thing, I mean, it just can't work out. I don't see a path where Bryce Young can become the quarterback. I mean, every single time you see Bryce Young either scramble right or scramble left, the play's dead. There's just no instance where he ever accomplishes a pass when he's running away. And now he's been jumping every time he's been trying to get a pass off. I mean, I'm not sure if it's Bryce or the offense or both, but even if we do end up with a number 1 overall pick, I mean, is drafting a quarterback really going to save everything? I mean, we're probably in the midst of another 3 to 5 year rebuild, sadly, but man, I guess, we can just keep hoping for the best, but I hope you all have a good show. See you.
Man, blind Panther vlog. Is that Joey?
Yeah. Panthers
He's
give up
gonna-
70.
he's gonna
He was
wander
thinking about
around the
going down
stadium.
to the handicap section. Joey, how would you ever find me?
I know. And you would be like, Cody would say, "I'm going to stand up and greet you," and you wouldn't know.
Yeah. I'd be like, "Hey, I'm gonna come give you a high five."
All right, let's hit these up. We got some good love here, guys.
2 super chats. First up, our man Kyle, Charlotte Sports One. Appreciate you, buddy. It says, "My hard-earned money feels better going to help the best part of the Carolina Panthers, the C3 Panthers Podcast. Love you, buddy. We appreciate it." And Splurge, went ahead and splurge for the $9.99. Says, "I went to the game today and it was fucking terrible. Bryce is a sorry excuse of a quarterback. We would have been better drafting Joe Milton. Bryce can't even pass to open receivers. Keep pounding, man." Tough.
Yeah.
Do not tell Pickle that.
It's really, really tough. When we think about, we had this conversation, I feel like I'm on Groundhog's Day because last season, this is how we felt right away. You know what I mean? It was just like, ugh. We continue to go back was last year the worst Carolina Panthers team in team history? And my argument is yes, because if you go back to the 2010 season, is you intentionally wanted to be bad. Right?
You mean you were getting someone like Cam out of it?
Yeah, it's like you knew you were like Richardson was big dick in the NFLPA and trying to get the, remember he was arguing with Peyton Manning and telling him he can't read charts and things like this. Right. They intentionally tanked from a ownership level by not spending any money, or whatever it was.
Right.
We knew they were bad.
Mm-hmm.
What's bad here, they were trying to be bad in a way, or they weren't trying to be good. The Panthers for the last 4 years have been trying to be good. And
I can't tell yet, Tony, if they have been trying to be good or not.
Well, then why are they doing this to us?
It's bad, Tony. It's bad.
Why are they doing this to me?
I mean, didn't someone earlier say, you almost have to try to be this bad? I just don't. Every single, and granted, Twitter is not the best place to go for information all the time, but I don't think I've seen a single positive spin or take or everyone that was defending Bryce for so long, clearly that's not happening as much. I don't even know where they go from here. And it is deja vu because I feel like we said the same stuff last year, week 3, 4, 5.
Strass, my friend, I don't think they know where to go from here.
I think you're right, Pickle. I think you're 100% right. And that's kind of scary to some extent.
Yeah.
Hey, who's the next team we play?
The Raiders.
The Raiders.
At Raiders, yep.
It's the Michigan Panthers.
Listen, this is one of the worst teams outside of the Panthers. Hey, this is your boy Gardner Minshew.
Had a bad moment.
They beat Baltimore today, Cody.
Did they?
Yeah.
They beat Baltimore? Oh, we are so ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
Baltimore's
I got every
0-2.
NFL pick wrong this week.
Me too, Tony.
Thank God Seattle pulled it out. God, Arizona's beating that ass.
Yeah, Gardner Minshew is going to be really embarrassing when he's the best quarterback on the field.
He's going to be the coolest fucking one, I tell you that.
Damn, Tony, you were right all along. All we needed was Gardner Minshew just to come and fucking.
It would have been better.
Bring that.
And Demir Bird.
My God,
Demir Bird
killing
too.
me with that.
Yeah, Demir Bird's available. So I mean,
dude, I tell you this is I go coach this team with Gardner Minshew and Demir Bird, and they'd be better.
Hey, I believe it, Tony. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I believe it.
It'd be too much worse.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, what are they gonna do? What are we gonna put up 0 points?
Yeah, you're gonna take away a touchdown you don't have.
My bad. We scored 3 points less than you did, and you're gonna pay. I'll do it for next weekend. 100. This is what actually we should do. Is Tepper should have like a guest coach. $100,000.
Let us send in the plays, dude.
And we'll
sit right here on the couch and do it.
If we win, we get like $1 million.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to another call.
We should have kept Matt Corral.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Oh,
This
Lord.
is James Allen Panther down here in Charleston, watching another pathetic performance by this team. This is the biggest pile of smelly excrement I've ever watched in my life.
I agree.
And I just don't know how much longer I can watch this. And I've been a fan since '95. I've been through the ups, the downs, the Jimmy Clausens. This is freaking terrible. Love you guys. Keep pounding. Beers.
Tony,
Lots
it's too
of
many
beers.
people with that story, dude. That's the bad part.
It's, I think I've always kind of admired Browns and Lions fans in a way. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I could do that.
You're about to find out.
Yeah.
You're about to fucking find out.
Find it out right
we
now.
are the Browns. We are the Lions, dude. That is us. Embrace the suck. At the stadium, they're putting grocery bags over their head.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's a real thing, bro. We're the
All right.
worst team ever.
Next call. Short one too.
Yo, Bryce Young gotta go, man. We gotta get rid of him. Let him out. Let him finish out the year, and then next year we gotta get rid of him.
All right, next call.
C3, what's good with y'all boys, man? This your boy Riz B. And I
Riz,
just want to say, fuck Bryce Young, okay? Fuck his mama, fuck his daddy, fuck his auntie, fuck whoever rep Bryce, fuck his imaginary girlfriend, fuck that nigga, okay? I'm tired of him. He's setting us back. His short ass can't see over the line. He keeps throwing it to the other fucking team. He has to go. I was all on board with him, but hell no. I'm done with his ass. Get him the fuck out of here. We take James Pierce in the fucking draft this year, and then we sights on Arch Manning. Period. Where's B at?
Riz B. He don't like. You know what? He's done with Bryce Young's family. Anytime he meets somebody in he's at work and somebody comes up and they got a new hire and they say, "My name is Sam Young," he's like, "Fuck you. You might be related to Bryce Young."
I got one positive for the week. I think you guys would take this down as being a positive. You remember was it Scary Movie that they did the "What's up"? My son was on the changing table sticking his tongue out going, "Ah," and I started doing that to him. So he now knows that bit and he does it back. It's hilarious. He's only 2.
That's the podcast for you. We're talking about 2-year-olds.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to find some positivity in the week.
Hey, you know what? I found that story far more entertaining than I found the third quarter.
I just don't get it. Tony, what would you do different next week, going into next week? I mean, what solutions would you, if you could whisper in their ear and they would actually on command follow it, what would you tell them? Because I don't know.
I would walk up to Bryce Young and I would slap him and say, "Remember who the fuck you are, dude."
It feels like that.
Get out of your own, you're not this bad. You might not be the greatest thing that's ever happened, right? We know that he wasn't going to be the odds of him going and being like Andrew, Cam, whatever, whoever you want to pick is like the fucking stud. But I'm sitting here going, you are not this fucking bad, dude. Stop throwing picks, bitch.
That's a great starting point.
I mean, he's not that bad. He's better than this.
So it's a confidence issue?
I think, and I was worried, I thought that his mental state, I thought he was going to, because he's got the counselor dad and he seems so level-headed. I thought if anybody was going to be able to mentally handle that adversity, you know how Cam used to get in the dumps and wear his emotions and stuff like this, I thought that some of his character traits were going to nourish him through these moments, so support him at least through last season. I didn't see him look broken like this last season. I thought when he threw that pick, dude, I thought he cried. I really thought he
did. He made a face. I just had it. Hold up. I can even show you the play. Dude, he throws right into triple coverage. And then he makes this face like he's just destroyed. I'll find it. Play another call if you want.
Okay. All right. Another call. Hold on. I'm moved to trying to find everything. Ugh. Why?
Patrick Willis played really good for the Packers.
Oh, Malik Willis. Yeah.
Yeah,
there we go.
Malik Willis.
Tony terrific. Cody the clever. Carolina Panthers offense so far this season is 1 for 31. 1 for 31. So tell me, is this a quarterback problem, an offensive coordinator problem, or the whole fucking
What
organization
does that mean? 1 for
problem?
31. What?
So tell me,
Third down?
should the Panthers draft a quarterback, and what quarterback should they be looking at? Like the quarterback from Georgia or some other quarterback on the radar that they could build a franchise around? Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.
2 weeks into the season, we're already going into the draft next year and how to rebuild this team. I'm with my bastard son. I don't want to take a quarterback straight out the gate. I'd rather somehow find a way to build a team and get like I don't know. I don't even know who the vet would be, but somebody that's coming around from
So
another
I hear
team.
the point on
Geno
that.
Smith coming.
The thing that makes me scared is that we decide to do that and go, okay, we'll take a defensive end or whatever. And then we watch these other guys go to these other different teams and reload the NFC with talent. And now they're balling out. And those are even more quarterbacks that we didn't pick. Right now, I have 2 quarterbacks that I like at the top of the draft. Now, I don't know. There's a long season. By no means am I making my final evaluation. But, yeah, Cam Ward, quarterback from Miami, has huge arm talent, like anti-Bryce Young arm talent, and is mobile. He can navigate the pocket. He throws with touch. And I'm going to be real. I like Quinn Ewers out of Texas. Shout out
Me
to
too.
baby. I think Quinn Ewers has a big arm. I think he's mobile. I think he can fire to all levels of the field. I think he reads defenses effectively. He's done that for 2 years in a row. But there's a few good prospects, man. I think Jalen Milroe out of Alabama is a really talented prospect. And people are going to be like, oh, not another Alabama quarterback. You're not judging the helmet. You're judging the player and the talent that they have and what they're able to do. Everyone said that about Ohio State, and a lot of them missed on Stroud because he went to Ohio State. So there is talent to be had. We're going to have to see how this how the rest of the season plays out in college
Cody.
and pros.
Cody.
Yep.
With all, I love you. And with all respect in the world, fuck it. I'm judging the helmet. Dump anybody from Alabama. Fact is, everybody from Alabama, shut the hell up, you moron. Stay out of my damn league.
All right. Let's go to another call.
Hey, C3, this is Tyler, first-time caller.
Oh, man, thanks.
Complete loss of words with how our team is right now. But y'all do want some ups and outs. Surefire bet, 2 more weeks. Caleb Williams, half a yard of passing. Take the left on Bryce's passing yards and take the over on opposing running back. Easy $50 to put $10 down. All I got to do is wait on Caleb Williams to get half a yard. $50 is in my name. All right. Take the goods with the bad.
Get a little prize pick action, maybe. Underdog fantasy, yeah. Right now is I have a friend. My friend, what he's doing in fantasy, he said that he picked up the Raiders defense. This was last week, and they were like, and he's like, you might think this was stupid. I'm not. He said I'm saving him for week 3. He is 3 weeks into streaming defenses now. He's going to be 3 weeks into streaming defenses against the Carolina Panthers.
He's going to pick against us every week.
Hey, so by the way, I wanted to play this. I won't do it full screen, but Adam Thielen.
Thielen is in the middle, but that was late. Everywhere else, there was really nowhere to go. Thielen wants that ball, hasn't gotten the pass.
So let's dead the rumor that Bryce didn't have anyone open to throw to, because that is simply not the case. And Tony, I do have. Shit, I just had it. The Bryce Young.
The crying face.
Yeah.
Let's see this. I mean, it was real, dude. I was worried. I thought he was actually crying.
Give me one more minute. Get another call going.
That's how I feel.
You know what what time it is. It's your favorite caller. Let's get news. I'm about to tell you exactly how I feel, bud. And I ain't gonna hold back about none of it, bud. I'm gonna fling the F-bomb. I'm gonna fling everyone. What?
I can't even hear it.
I know, right?
What's so fucking bad? Let's go ahead and start first with the interception. What a goddamn shit show, boo. This is Vander goddamn football. You can't do that. That's trash. All right, second, you ain't even got over 100 yards. Like, bro, what are you doing?
All bad.
Boy, I am real frustrated with the goddamn team, boo. They ain't worth the shit. And J.C. Horn, yeah, you remember last week, I said you pissed your pants. Well, guess what you did again? You said it. You said your goddamn pants. What's absolute trash, bud? Yeah,
He
you
sounds like
made
a
it
drill
up with the
sergeant.
pick, but did it matter? No, because your quarterback is a piece of shit. Bryce Young sucks. The whole goddamn team sucks. And you wouldn't think that I'd leave this call without absolutely tearing a new asshole on that defense. No. I'm going to absolutely widen that fucker like the goddamn Red River. We're going to split it. Because you know what? They are absolutely goddamn trash.
I know. That's why I loved
Shaq,
it.
that's a 2, bitch. Shaq Thompson and
call of the
fucking
night.
Josie Jewell were doing the only work on that defense. Everybody else, you can pack it up. Go ahead and head home. Head back to wherever the fuck you came from. Because you know what? You don't deserve in Carolina. You don't deserve to be here. This defense, this is the real goddamn defense. It should be. People remember, we used to be feared, dude. Even if we didn't have a good offense, at least our defense was okay. No, they're fucking trash, dude. They suck too.
I love that.
That's how I feel, Tony.
Yeah,
That's my favorite call.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
how I feel.
And was that a
You
play
think-
on G Baby at the beginning? I feel
I thought
like
it was G Baby at first. I was like, wait.
all right, here we go. Next call. That was a good one. Tough follow.
What is going on, C3 family? Beautiful, beautiful day out here in Idaho. Some Sunday football. Got a quick one for you. Why did Boy George get banned from the zoo?
Oh, shit.
Because he kept coming on chameleons. That's the only joke I know that comes close to this Carolina Panthers team. I don't know how you guys got out of bed and got on the podcast today, but God love you for it. Thank you so much for keeping this season something to talk about. Love C3. Keep out.
You know what? I think I finally figured it out. I finally figured this out. Is since North Carolina banned Pornhub, or Pornhub is protesting the Panthers. The Panthers have just said, "Hey, y'all need to see some ass. We got you."
Yeah, y'all ain't been seeing enough. They ain't been seeing enough, so the Panthers got them covered.
Yeah.
All right, now that's bullshit. I live in Tennessee, and I can watch Pornhub if I ever choose to. So I shouldn't have to see that.
The Panthers.
Not that I do, mind you, but I could if I wanted.
I got you. That's a good point. You poor people. Yeah. North Carolina centric there. All right.
Paisans Goombas, how about that? It took me one fucking quarter. One quarter this time just to say, all right, fuck it. Fuck it. I was already in the middle of making fucking Sunday pasta. You know what I'm saying? But
how you doing?
What the fuck, dude? I have no words. I have no words for this. Everything, every facet of the game, offense, defense, special teams, Complete garbage. Coaching garbage. Ownership fucking the most fucking biggest piece of shit I've ever fucking seen in my life. This hedge fund douchebag, this bald-headed little fucking third testicle. Fuck him. Fuck this guy. Fuck all of it. I don't know if I could watch anymore, bro. I don't know if I could do it, man. Boys, I've been watching this team since I was 10 years old. Been a fucking fanatic. Through thick and thin. But you know what? The thin got, I don't know what to call this anymore. This is pathetic. Everything about this is pathetic. We look like fucking, like the biggest pussy ever. We are the biggest pussy ever. This fucking team is the biggest pussy in the NFL
Dallas
I've ever
does. Debbie
seen.
does. Carolina.
Right, fuck the Lions back in the day. Fuck the Browns back in the day. Fuck whoever back in the day. These guys are a bunch of big fucking pussies. It's disgusting, and we deserve to get fucked on a weekly basis. Holy shit. Don't know how much more I could take. Love you motherfuckers. Love you fucking guys. C3 all the way, but fuck this team, bro. Like I said, Tommy DeVito should have been included in that trade with Brian Burns. We could have fucking plugged him in. He would have at least made 3 first downs. Fuck. Something. This little prick, this little fucking, you know what? I'm not even going to do it. Low-hanging fruit. Not even going to go after him. Fuck it. You guys have a good show.
Bryce Young, forget about it.
Keep getting pounded.
That actually
That's
was
what
how
they
he
mean
should
by
have
keep
finished his
pounding.
ball.
Yep. Just keep right on getting you some.
I think he's had a 70% completion rate. And he had under 100 yards. I can't tell you the last time we had a quarterback under 100 yards passing and you're down 23 points or 20 points or whatever. Dude, I don't know. It's so bad that Dave Canales looks dumb. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you hate to say that because I'm sure these guys are working hard. I'm sure they're doing a lot of good things. But he's got to be the coach of this crap.
Whoa. Hey, man, let's stop everything and just appreciate that we have people cool enough to drop $20 C3 bombs on us. Shout out to Matthew Brown. He says, I'm at the point where I just say, just tell Tepper to take the team and go somewhere else because now he's just embarrassing our great state of North Carolina. And I've watched this team since I was in my single digits.
Now Panther fans, like, you know, we talked about this on the podcast before, is that if the team moved, I wouldn't cheer for him anymore. You know, that's I'm going to stop doing it. I'll stop doing the podcast when they move. Now we're rooting for the Panthers to leave. I'm like, oh, my life is going to be so much better when I don't have to watch this shit. When I don't cheer for these people. I'm going to have to, you know what? I'm going to go to mass. So I should have done. Shoot. This team sucks, dude.
Hi, C3 family. Ken here. Haven't called in a while because I was waiting for prophecy to come to pass. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day because, you know, the owner's going to do what the owner's going to do. But I said on this very, very podcast, the longest running Panthers podcast, what are we going to do? Trade away our assets to get the number 1 pick to get Bryce Young? That's a stupid idea. And now look at us. Year with not a single meaningful play. Like, none of them are meaningful. Let's be real. Like, I don't understand how New Orleans gets as good as they do in the off season, and we just like look like straight hot garbage. Like, we might as well be called the Carolina 3 and outs. Because that's what we are. We are the Carolina 3 and outs. We don't deserve to be Panthers right now. I said Bryce Young was going to be ass even before David Tepper decided that he was going to do the whole, we're going to go with the conspiracy theory that, you know, he wanted Bryce Young. Like, I guarantee you, Panthers fans had the same reaction that Giants fans had when Bryce Young was drafted, when Daniel Jones was drafted. The fans knew it was a bad idea. C.J. Stroud got to the playoffs last year in the AFC with a bunch of receivers that I did not know the names of outside of Dalton Schultz, and he's a tight end. What are we doing? Because at the end of the day, we as fans are going to suffer because David Tepper's a billionaire, and you can't tell billionaire shit. He can see the evidence right in front of his face that he's ass. Fans locally in Charlotte has told him he's ass. It was on a sign outside of a restaurant that he's ass. Like, this is a lost season. We're going to possibly see what 0-16, 0-17 looks like. It's a season of misery. I hate to say it, but I told you so.
This comment from AU Link slaps because next week is week 3.
Yes.
We need
a 3 and out Bryce sticker. Like, is it game 3 of year 2 or year 3 and out? Year 3 and out? Nope. Week 3, year 2 against the Raiders. 3 and out. Gonna go out there. If you go 3 and out on the first drive, where the sticker. What if like Canales came up and just put the sticker on his chest after that and said, "Yeah."
Tony, you better put that shit over the C because he don't need to be the damn captain the way he's playing.
Well, Canales came out today and said that Bryce is for sure. Or I mean, granted, and we already talked about this, I think, but I'm wondering what percentage. And the offensive line, everyone's like interviewed, and everyone's like standing by Bryce, which is good because you don't want turmoil in the locker room like that. But
there already is.
how many of them probably are like? I mean, they all seemed pretty pissed today and last week.
If I haven't listened to any of the
Right. And they're not going to say that, they're going to take the team line. They should. That's the right thing to do. I know as fans, look, as we've seen the most extreme and hyperbolic conversations on Twitter about Bryce or anything when it comes to the team, as people go to the most extreme things. That's why they call them fans and fanatics, right? The scary part is when the team starts acting like that, and that would be the terrifying thing is at what point does Deontay Johnson, is he eating dinner tonight with his friends and he's like, this motherfucking is going to lose me $5 million. Yeah.
I want to know, what does, it really disappoints me that Bryce has no fire in him. Even our head coach, at what point do you get in his face and be like, hey, man, what are we doing? Why are you playing so scared? This is, let's be honest, this is below even what we felt like Bryce could
be. The floor. Wasn't there the argument kind of is that Bryce's floor is higher than other people's floor, but his ceiling is lower? Now they're both in the tank. It's like and if I'm Dave Canales, at what point did you go to him and say, listen, you need to be better. You need to have more fire. You need to quit playing scared. Because, look, Bryce hears that stadium booing at him. I'm telling you, I was there today, as you can tell. Were the boo birds out?
Oh, dude, everyone around me was cussing out Bryce. And it was so loud on third down when they would throw these bubble screens that would go for 1 or 2 yards tops, if that. And everyone's so done with it, man. It's the worst offense that I ever could have imagined seeing an NFL team put on the field.
And that is bad because I thought last year was that. Yeah. I just really thought last year was this.
Or the year before that. Or the year before that. Or the year before that. Or the year before that.
Exactly. You can say it 6 times in a row.
Under Matt Rule, they would at least get up and down the field some. We might not won a lot, but they at least gave the effort and tried. I thought last year's offense was just dumb. I really
agree.
Did.
I agree.
There was no life in it. It was just dumb. This offense, I'm sorry. This offense, Bryce has no heart to give a damn. Well, he's walking out and blaming his own teammates because you can't get open or you can't block. I'm sorry, they got. You know what? If I was them, I would tell. Yeah, I wouldn't be nice. Now I'm sure they were nice on their little post interviews because the coaches told them to.
Yeah, you
And they
can,
were
and you
polite about
don't,
it.
you got to put on the public face. I think the sad part is last year was disheartening because it looked like chaos, right? It looked like a bunch of shit. Like, I mean, it just looked bad from the structural background of it. This year, I don't get the structural like deficiencies. It's so disheartening because that quarterback is not giving you anything. Nothing.
Well, does he look afraid? Does he look like maybe it's stacked up against him and he's taken either some hits from last year, thrown some of the interception from last year, and then the first play of his career this year throws a pick. Then this game throws a pick. And it's like he's just drowning in his own hole that he's almost kind of, I don't want to say he's dug all of it, but like
he is he's swirling. He's like
the yips maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's even worse. I think it's like you lost your belief. Like you lost any confidence. He's broken.
He's broken, Tony.
And when I say broken, I don't want to make it like he's mentally not tough. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think all the stuff that people said, you're playing, he's too small, this game's too big, blah, blah, blah. He fought that off in his own head. And now he's like, oh shit.
Starting to doubt it. Like,
now he's
playing scared.
Yeah, maybe I can't do it.
That's it right there, Jay. He's scared. You can
Yeah,
see
he's
it.
playing.
Body
To me, he's
language,
playing
eyes,
scared.
Tony's scared, dude.
To me, he's just playing. He's like a high school kid who got dropped into an NFL game and realized
JV to varsity.
That he can't handle it. That's what it looks like. I know. I don't think he's scared. I don't think he has it. I don't think he has.
He's in over his head.
It'd be like taking an undrafted free agent quarterback and saying, "Okay, shit's happened. Now you're the starting quarterback of the Super Bowl." There's no way he can handle it. And he acts like he don't know the offense. If he does know the offense, he's scared to make those plays. As it wasn't like that. He's blatantly obvious. He seemed open. He just refused to throw that. There was a lot when Teddy Bridgewater used to do that. We all said because of his injury, he's gun shy to hold on to the ball a second longer to get that downfield. We understood that. This is not. And at the play calling reminded me of a John Fox run, short throw or punt. It's what it reminded me a lot of. The only difference is in the John Fox offense, you had a strong defense that make up for them weak offensive plays.
I think he just won't grab. Like I said in that preseason game, is despite him having a good, like today, good completion percentage, he's not gripping and rip it. Grip it and rip it, dude.
Nope. No.
Just fucking 2-3 steps back, 2 steps forward. Smash it downfield, and it is it kind of reminds me of Colby. You'll know this because ECU guy. Last year they said Mason Garcia, who is the quarterback for the ECU Pirates last year, who was 6'5" and couldn't throw it fucking 10 yards. Like, how are you 6'5", 250, and I got a better arm than you?
Ridiculous.
They said that when we opened in Michigan last year, and they said he didn't want to go out. Like, he's
scared.
like I don't want to. And I actually get that. It's like walking out into 110,000 fans and you're fucking ECU Pirates taking on Michigan. At that moment, you stay. But it's basically is Bryce going to want to come out of the fucking locker room next? Here, let's go to Joey. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Tony. No. Go ahead, Tony. Play call.
Right, let's go to Joey.
Hey, guys. It's the growl that makes them howl, a.k.a. Joey the Blind Panther.
Wakanda forever.
Calling after just having returned to my house from this. Was it a game?
Nope.
No, it was a shit show. It was not a game, it was a shit show. Bryce ain't it. He doesn't
Even
have
Joey
it.
can see
He's
that.
too short. I mean, I think I was talking to some girls at the game, and they were all in agreement with me when I said that if they had some high heels in their purse, they ought to give them to Bryce Young so he could see over the damn offensive line. And yeah, they all laughed and they all said that was a good idea. And you know what? I think that Bryce Young is Jimmy Clausen 2.0.
Yep.
I think he's, and it's only week 2, and I hate that I'm saying this, but you know why we can say this? Because we put all our resources, we put all our chips on the Bryce Young, in the Bryce Young pile to evaluate him this season. He comes out week 1 and week 2, it looks worse than he did last year. He's a bum. He ain't it. And I hope for his own sake that Dave Canales gets the ball split Andy Dalton in, because I know what y'all saying about not wanting to take us out of the top pick. But guys, Dave Canales is not trying to be one and done. He's not. And also, Dave Canales seems like the type of quarterback that would do wonders with an Andy Dalton. I mean, look at all the guys he had before. Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, 2 veteran guys.
Yeah, Dalton actually probably fit his
So you know
offense
what?
perfectly.
It's Andy Dalton time. Or Jack Plummer. Maybe Jack Plummer would be better because Jack Plummer is still kind of risky and you still might get the top pick with him. But he'd be better than Bryce. Okay, I'm tired of Bryce Young. I'm tired of watching him play like shit. I'm tired of being embarrassed. I'm tired of having to tell girls with pickup lines that they have hearts of gold because they love the Panthers, and only a saint would love such an unlovable team right now. Anyway, guys.
Only Joey can find a pickup line out of this.
What a call, though.
Yeah,
What
I
a
love
call.
it. I think that's a great line to tell you. You got a heart of gold if you're here watching this team. I think this is my vote. If this goes on is for us to not watch the Carolina Panthers, to do a post-game show of Joey playing blind basketball.
Dude,
that is my vote.
It would be way more fun than the shit that we're watching.
I agree.
By the way, today was career lows for Bryce Young. In negative 0.69 EPA per dropback, 3.2 yards per attempt. The average depth of target was 3. Literally fucking.
How do you even pull that off? How's that possible?
84 passing yards. And did y'all see this?
Look at the comment. Do you see the Mike Bell comment?
Yeah, life as a Panther fan.
What it feels like
That's our
every single
podcast.
Sunday.
That's it. That's this post-game show right here. Yeah, I'm
God,
all
they're
in
going
it.
to
For,
town on their fucking.
Well, this goes to show you that no, I'm not saying that. I am shutting up because I'm about to watch
Tony, that's watching Jay Garcia every Saturday. We can talk about that if you want to.
Oh God!
You want to talk about quarterbacks?
I need that laugh, bro.
Let's talk about the Tennessee Volunteers.
How many
not.
interceptions is it going to take for me to quit watching football altogether?
I'm sorry, but he leads the country in interceptions, and me and you are having to watch it every single Saturday.
He might have 40 by the end of the year.
He has like 9 in 2 or 3 games. Like, he leads the country.
Who does?
The quarterback for our college team.
Oh,
He had we
beat
this team. We beat Norfolk State like by 30,
and Old
had
Dominion
6 turnovers.
Yeah, how do you
He
do
had
that?
6 turnovers. It doesn't even make sense how the Pirates came out. Yeah, and at least they've won some games, but then we got to go to Sunday. I just want to go to work tomorrow. That's all I want to do. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, next call.
hey man, I gotta say something. I'm gonna put my name on this. This is Christian from Arizona, and some of y'all know how long how many fucking receipts I have about Bryce, but I'm going to say this. All you motherfuckers sitting here taking the laziest fucking take I can think of right now and just sitting here trying to point the finger at the fucking owner for this. None of you fucking bitches should be talking right now.
Oh, stop.
And I apologize if I'm offending anyone, but nobody should be talking right now unless you were one who is specifically saying we should not draft this kid. If you were wavering, you have zero right. Like, that is just the laziest take I've ever seen and heard anyone
David
to
Tepper's
see
burner.
what's being put on the field right now, and you're like, oh, fucking blame the owner. That is just stupid. It is the stupidest thing I've ever. Just how about this? Do me a favor. Just show me any evidence. Give me something to want to hear that take going forward. Just something, please.
Well, 7
Because
straight
unless
losing
you got
seasons.
something to back it up, or some kind of just something that makes sense, it just shouldn't be uttered.
Well, how about this? Is David Tepper came in, fired Ron Rivera, cut camp, brought in a snake oil salesman in Matt Rule. He is panicked at quarterback. He has been manipulative in the background when it comes to quarterbacks, from trying to go after Deshaun Watson, Matthew Stafford, push, to get that done. I get the point, though, is that, like, hey, how much, like, the owner, despite them being a jackass and not cool, you shouldn't be this bad. Like, it's not like the owner's out there running training camp and fucking out there playing the games. But there has been a lot of smoke. And now it looks like fire that he was very involved in the first couple of years. And he even said that. I might need to, kind of back out a little. Remember, because he was fighting with the media.
Right.
He was throwing temper tantrums.
Right.
So, but then he continues to meddle.
How much of this you think is impatience on his part? It looks like I think a lot of his moves were, and I'm wondering. I don't want to make this a huge point, and I don't think it's worthwhile going into a whole bunch. But I'm wondering what you would think if we had kept Frank from last year, which I wouldn't have wanted. But would the team is some of this basically due to inconsistency on some of the staff, and like when you have this
turnover,
revolving door kind of thing happening, it's hard to get in a groove when you it's like every year's a reset button, and so it's hard to know what to expect, and I don't know.
I could see that for last year, like maybe contributing some of the difficulties and struggles from last year is just changeover, new. Right now, I think this is that I don't know who could do well with Bryce Young right now. I don't know. I mean, you could give Bill Belichick this team, and I don't know if you can perform with the guy who throws 84 passing yards.
Don't forget the interception.
Yeah.
I don't think
Can't win with that shit.
I don't think you can.
I really do. I think that I'm just going to say it because I plan to say it at some point. I might as well say it here. Yo, folks, the problem was when we went to hire after we fired Ron Rivera, and there's some issues where people may say we should or we shouldn't have, but nonetheless we did. The problem was we didn't sign another defensive coordinator for a head coach. The thought process of hiring a college coach was a dumb one. I've always liked defensive coordinators better. They handle stress better. They handle having a difficult team to coach better. A lot of the older owners still rely on hiring defensive coordinators. And I'm going to go back to say we should have hired a defensive coordinator all along. The last time we had a coach that on this team that was at least partly looked
competent
was Steve Wilkes. Before that, it was Ron Rivera. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
I think we got one final call.
Oh, okay. Well, then we can get out after this.
All right, well, I'm at a bar, so I can't go too crazy. But I got a buddy here. He wants to say a couple things about these Carolina Cats. Yeah. They suck, dude. What do you think about Bryce Young? Jesus Christ. How much time do you have? Good Lord. First
He said,
draft.
how much time do you got?
Jesus Christ. First draft pick, bud. Yeah. And the worst. Absolutely goddamn awful, bud. Complete travesty. I spent a lot of money there today on cold booze. Spending a little bit more here at the bar, but not nearly as much because David Tepper's a fucking asshole. All right. Yeah. So he's got my tab because he feels so fucking bad because I had to go watch Bryce Young today.
It's a good friend.
Absolute goddamn piss show, bud. We've got some old lady here. She's looking at me, real wild looking like, because it's probably because I got a Panthers shirt on.
This gotta be the best call.
Yeah,
This is
I
the
mean,
best
I look
call.
like an absolute fucking idiot. Just sitting here, drinking a beer. People are laughing at me. All right? I'm reporting live from Moochie's Tavern here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Listen to him.
Right off here in Matthews. Right out here off 485. I look like an absolute joke. Okay?
You're like the guy that spins this.
Okay.
You're the guy that dresses up in the costume
One
for
last
the
word
tax
here
to
from
come.
the king. Tell him like it is, Dustin. Go fuck yourself. Fire. David Tepper.
All right. Thank you for the calls. Hey, Cody, I know you got to go, but we're going to give CK the mic real quick. CK, we're just about to sign out, so we're going to give you one final adieu to the crowd.
Well, listen, I just wanted to come on here. I had a chance to decompress after about 2.5 hours of driving, stopped for a moment, figured I'd hop on and give my 2 cents. This was bad, dude. Again, I mean, defense actually somewhat gave us a chance. It doesn't really go like it's hard to say that that's the case with 130 yards rushing in the first half, but it was probably one of the worst games I've ever been to, not just from how bad the game went, but just the crowd was just so not involved. Like nobody cared. Like it was just, and then the Boo Birds coming out before the end of the half. I can't tell you how frustrating it was to see how many times they were throwing the ball 3 yards short of the line of scrimmage, much less line. Like we're not even talking about just line to gain. We're talking about line of scrimmage. They were throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage. How many screenplays they called on 3rd and 7 was absolutely ridiculous. It's just unreal. And at this point in time, I'm prepared to throw Dave Canales under the bus on this one too, because this was not just, it was including Bryce Young, but the play calling on this was horrendous.
Okay.
Horrendous. At one point, here's the thing. Here, I started to say this going into the 3rd quarter. I said, if we're still running the ball down by 3 scores with a quarter and a half left to go, that tells me you don't trust the quarterback. Put Dalton in. Put Dalton in at that point in time. Like, I get that you don't want to ruin this boy's confidence, but you've got to do something to kickstart this offense, because right now it is abysmal and you are losing your fans incredibly quickly. You're going to have a very volatile fan base, and you thought that the ticket prices were ridiculous this week. Just wait as we move forward.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for your in-game take, CK. We'll be back on Tuesday here. Tell your wife, your lovely wife, we said hello. Sorry that she had to deal with that crap. We're sorry you had to go through that. That's a good woman
She is
for
too.
you.
She was
has
on her
not
phone
left
the
you,
entire time.
if she didn't leave you at that game, she is going to stay by your side.
Yeah, she was on her phone the entire time.
That's
And
fine.
We were okay. So they have the way they have the row set there. First row is not really first row. There's first row and then row 1A. And there was a guy in front of us that just would not sit down. And so I'm like, dude, you're on the front row. You don't have to stand up. Like you can see perfectly fine.
Don't worry, he did you a favor.
Oh well,
Trust me, was saving your favor.
Yeah, we figured that out at the end of it. But anyway, boys, I appreciate it. Y'all be safe. We'll talk Tuesday.
All right, Cody, take us out of here, my friend.
All right, C3 Panther Nation. Until this Tuesday, keep pounding.
Keep pounding.